Spine over there has been like.
Okay, we'll take your time.
That was a perfect segue into my question anyway. I was curious, you guys are kind of humble about it, but you guys are amazingly talented across the board with different things like the art, the drawing. Yeah. So I'm curious, like how, because of that, how do your egos come into play, and how are you guys able to balance it out? I think Steve would be the best person to kind of, since he has to kind of.
Well, I don't know what Steve thinks. Am I supposed to talk about my own ego or about the rest of the Because these guys are all arrogant jerks. These guys are all arrogant jerks, and I'm the coolest member of the entire band. So, this is kind of a representation of I don't even know what this is. What am I talking about? We are all pretty naturally humble.
Don't speak for me.
For me, I as the tech guy, I try to be in the background most of the time because that's just where it's where I do my thing. That's where I'm most comfortable. These guys are very insistent that I make myself known and share the spotlight with them, which I sometimes resist, sometimes I go for it. Oftentimes, these guys are out signing autographs after the show while I'm packing everything up. And sometimes they're, like today, in the dealer hall, they started signing autographs and I'm like, oh, I'm going to jump in on this because this is going to be fun. So for me, it's not so much of an ego thing, it's just kind of a comfort zone as to how I interact with fans. One thing I can say, I cannot socialize at maximum capacity if there's a job to be done. So if until I'm like all packed up and the show is over, I can't socialize at maximum capacity. So if I've ever been rude to any of you while I'm doing my job, I apologize profusely. It's just kind of built into me.
Steve caught me combing my hair in the bathroom. And it's just kind of messed up because I put a Rorschach mask on and I was just like trying to like.
Oh, that was what's on the table.
And he called me a rooster and I was like, "What's a rooster?" He said, "Well, they strut around." And I'm like, "I don't strut, I just walk." And so I don't know. I don't think my ego's getting to me. I'm just being myself. But Steve, I guess I'm a rooster.
Naturally,
Egos. I think all drummers should know that no one likes a drummer.
We like you. We like you. We want to keep you.
Well, it's actually, to have a good drummer, like no one likes drummers because they're loud and obnoxious and play rock and roll music. And I don't know, we don't really play rock and roll music, at least we don't think so, and then we kind of do, but loud and obnoxious drummers aren't fun. You know, someone who can tone it down can actually, make it enjoyable and not kind of just go, well, this isn't even a question anymore, we're just kind of... But yeah. Ego. I don't know, I really don't know, it's hard to see from...
Do you guys fight though? That's kind of what I mean. You guys are so amazing. Like
the siblings all the time. And that's just how it works. I mean, we can hate each other, but we'll never just say... We'll never sever that tie, so it's a great business partner. I don't know, ego. I think we all have high expectations of ourselves, and we get disappointed when we don't do something, and, we all feel bad about even the little things, so I think that helps us with ego. I don't know. Maybe we haven't developed yet. Maybe we're getting there. Yes.
Was that an answer for everyone? Yes, ego. E-G-O, ego. I'll just say that I've played in rock bands and I've done rock music. I guess you'd call that because there's no other term for it. And I generally end up playing for drunkards and family members at bars. And if there's any ego involved, it's trying to impress fellow nerds. Because I make my music for drunk bros and sluts in the bars. It's like falling on deaf ears. So this feels nice because it's for fellow nerdlings and whatever. So but as ego, it's keeping my own self in check and make sure I do the best possible for myself. So thank you for being nerds.
I think this is a great topic. But
There's so much you could say on it. I'll just leave it at, you try to keep the balance. We're a band full of like people who, just worry way too much about what people think about us, and it's all I can do to even have, the robots are really the personification of our better selves, and yet they too are like malfunctioning and buggy and they make mistakes. So, hopefully it's endearing, a little bit, But, there's always a development of the ego, or in the negative sense, I guess. But even if you don't have one, you're automatically sort of applied one as soon as the limelight starts to flicker on, I think. So, it can get a little challenging to balance, but, that's half the fun of life.